Peace and love to everybody. What's the word, man? What's the word? Hope everybody been good through the past days and everything like that. Experiencing some beautiful phenomenons. So many of people will be going through a bunch of stuff. Many people feel like they probably didn't even uh in some belief systems and spirituality jump through a portal or did the right thing. As always will be the same shit. Are you in the right spot? Are you in the right place? And in the right time right now? And are you in the right space and time right now? Challenging yourself, going beyond challenging yourself into finding yourself in a position of believing in yourself, having to even challenge your beliefs. And what the hell did I do this for? Of course, if I'm able to relate this same message, shit, hey, uh, I can relate off of experience, man. And my apologies for eating like I disrespect anything, but like I say, this is data, the best way to record data for people and everything. The past lectures. So anything that I do on lecture form, I gotta make sure I'm keeping the time. Anything that I'm doing in lecture form, I will make sure that I'm using reference material, bibliography, and if anything, try my best to regurgitate any goddamn thing that I done already spoke on. So it's in a form of understanding. So if, a lot of the people, chosen ones, I know y'all are bearing witness to this time and space that you are going through and that we living in right now. Not everybody shit is negative, or a lot of people don't take they shit as negative, but a lot of people do, and a lot of people will have to only go through some shit. Whoa, that's right. Go through some things to be able to relate. So these forms of trauma bonding will build. You get what I'm saying? This is so serious in this time and space that we living in is because as long as you did the work pure heartedly and believed in yourself and didn't need no outside validation, you are okay. Um, so you might say like, so why did nobody go rob a bank? Make sure you get the likes up. You ain't gotta share, subscribe, but like whatever the case may be. I'm speaking to the people and those ones that did the work, probably didn't understand the work, or probably didn't do book for book to make sure that somebody was wrong, make sure they was right, make sure they was doing the right thing. They just lived off of life. You didn't interfere with nobody's life or whatever the case may be. This message is for you, let alone if you are dealing with what majority know as spirituality. You really did the work already. And I have to get on here and say some shit my goddamn self because I honestly, me as a person, me as a black man, me as a whatever the hell the fluent understanding could be, so you understand I can relate with you. Without no ego or emotionalism driven, with no emotion attached, just pure data and pure understanding. With all this work, so I guess you can probably see some of these like notes. So I got like, I'm 18 years in, and let me do this before I proceed. Only thing I would take myself as a master of is a master of frequency, energy, and vibration. I'm a master student, so I'm a student of. No matter if people take me a master, teacher, of occultism and metaphysics. I'm not a master of that. I'm not a master of spirituality. Do you get what I'm saying? But I understand metaphysics, occultism, and I understand phenomenality. I would take myself as a master of frequency, energy, and vibration. So just to give the bibliography before moving on forward with this. In all the works, not just me, but anybody. So I'm just going to speak end time eschatology as well. So even with these notes you see, these will be notes pulled out of my own catalog throughout the years of 18 years. So I will walk around throughout this just because it's just data. So I will walk around through here to show you my altars and everything. The point I'm trying to make is that do not give up on yourself in this time and space. Everybody do not have to be spiritual off of reading and wearing dashikis and copper and channeling. You might not see these visions, but your path, long as you able to understand that you did your path, you walked your route without no outside validations. And even if you did are blessed to be in these positions of where you get outside validations, this didn't stop you. This didn't deter you from your path. This didn't make you treat nobody. Peace to everybody. Salute. Salute. This didn't treat you or change you to treat nobody else different. You're not supposed to treat nobody else different. You get what I'm saying? So out of all this shit that you done been through, this is the message that I'm giving to you off of channels and transmissions, let alone my own work, my own mythology, my own eschatology. That all this work that I did, I also not doubted myself, but I goddamn been put in that position like, why the fuck am I doing this? Why didn't I just fucking finish this shit? Do good what everybody else what would make my matrix be okay. You get what I'm saying? Why didn't I just go to work? Why would I, even if you did, everything happens for a reason. Whatever you do, as long as you're not fucking interfering in nobody else's life, whatever you doing is for a reason. Nowadays, everybody know everything. You will hear this shit. People will say they heard this shit before, but they'll never say why am I in the same position then? So if you heard everything before, why the hell? But people egos are so big and so strong, they'll never say they going through some shit to their own self. In this time and space that we living in, man, if you this so-called conscious and woke shit, people went through this shit, jumped through these damn portals or whatever the case may be. If you went through these portals, if you tapped into a different state of mind, um, you conquered these solar flares, this retrograde and all this shit, then you should be able to be in a position of observing what the hell is happening in them times and space instead of just saying that this is the shit that just happened or saying some shit when somebody telling you that this is happening. So if I'm telling you that the fucking sun is doing some shit, now you looking up, why haven't you been already aware of this shit before I said it or before the majority of the people said it? True spirituality don't have no outside validation. This is why I'm able to keep fucking going, even if some fucking idiots tap in on my shit, realize that this nigga cursing too much, or already have a look on some shit, but they saying that they're in the right position, even in their own life. Just like a person, man or woman, want to be in a relationship, but you already have a profile of what the fuck you want. You should just not want to be taken advantage of. misled, lied to, is what majority of people would say. You should not just want to be taken advantage of, because nobody have to do nothing nobody says at the end of the day. Hope I be able to also be able to eat while I'm doing this shit, get this time up. So in this time and space, you should be bearing witness to something outside of yourself and what you can control and what you can't control, what is governed by your energy, by your so-called power, and what is actually outside of yourself, what is literally what is called the matrix. If you can do that, you are in a good, more than okay place or a great place. You should want to feel. Nobody never told us that everything is not going to be good and bad. That's why a man would leave a woman if he's going down through some shit. Not like you can't even say that nowadays. Anybody will leave your ass if bad times happen. And that is the norm right now. What's not the norm is that is a part of any relationship, good and a bad. This third dimension we in, mm, mm, mm. Well, that you motherfuckers want to keep existing and allowing to bleed into all these other shits that you creating or thinking you creating, saying you gods, you not believing in shit, you done heard some shit before. It's all the same shit. But it'll be a stupid motherfucker like me talking to people that don't even give a goddamn. Nor do I give a damn if anybody listens. I'm like a Paul Mooney. I would say some shit to get the people walking up out this motherfucker to see if I still got the shit. If I still got the this third dimension that people choosing to rely on, the third dimension relies on whatever you are content with. So this third dimension, like in other lectures, also in other classes, I've been doing this shit for 18 years, so I done spoke, and my apologies if I tap dance over shit that I already spoke on and feeling a little cocky that I already said this shit over umpteen years ago. But you have to say something because people have no choice and it's natural to them to reinvent the wheel. You get what I'm coming from? That's the best thing. That's reinvent the wheel instead of really understanding this shit and making your own way with it. This third dimension that they call the third dimension that you are literally used to, that you only exist, that you wake up in without even tapping into no other shit that you done built. So if people able to understand dimensions, all this shit, then your job, all of this other shit, um, the third dimension starts soon as you wake up. This is the only thing that this dimension can support is this third dimension and holograms of what they call the fourth. I don't give a damn what other dimensions you want this shit to be. It will only exist and be and go off of a 3D. After that, it's a possibility of this shit being a hologram. Now to come back into these understanding, and I have to scat all over the place like a jazz musician, because people think they know music or think they understand what they are putting themselves into or creating without understanding this shit. This third dimension relies on outside validation. Outside validation, metaphysically, it's a possibility on whatever you are comfortable with or whatever you think is okay. It's not going outside the lines as your schemes and everything, because people can scheme through life and think they finesse, they, did some spiritual shit. God told them whatever the hell. Whoever the case may be, whatever the case may be, whatever the understanding may be. This realm will only give you something that you're comfortable with and will only agree with what your conscience is comfortable with. You also have something called your subconscious, which is really running all of this shit, whether you know it or not, whether somebody want to believe some shit or not. So, metaphysically or metaphorically speaking, this is why you have dumb motherfuckers who think they smart and will say they heard every motherfucking thing, and or they will say that this shit will keep going even without you. If you in a true form of understanding, that is pure ignorance. If it's not ignorance, then why the majority of the people just have to be able to be cocky enough to say shit like that? Why can people just be cocky enough to say shit like that and never do the work? When is that shit gonna stop? It don't matter who the fuck is running this motherfucker at this point to majority of you stupid ass motherfuckers. Because whatever your belief system, whatever you believe is literally your fucking world. So if anybody telling you something, how could you not even understand or believe that? That's why the first, even in Hermetics, the first law that governs, the first law and seven principles that govern this matrix and this world is a possibility that is mentalism. Nobody believe, but at the same time they say they believe. So you got a stupid motherfucker talking about they want to be rich, and at the same time living poor. So this the equivalent of Garfield want to be a human. This nigga, I don't know. I guess we can go with this shit because you motherfuckers want to be so smart, y'all dumb. It's the equivalent of something want to be human or godlike, but you living or rich, but you living poor. You can't even say none of that shit that I just said because it's too much ego dealing with it. So just like Garfield, this motherfucker can be human all the hell he want. He's still gonna go to that litter box. You get what I'm saying? It'd be, how many people want to be millionaires? Who told you, even when you in relationships, even how you take life, who told you what's right and wrong? How many times have you gonna like, how is it getting to a point to where you can't even talk common science or spiritual science that everybody's saying they know or understand? As soon as you talk science, you'll have to have a filter over it. Let alone if you talking on any social media platforms, if you own or saying it's flag words, it's certain shit that you can say and not say. So this shit is already set at a frequency for you not to go above. So even if you go above, you're supposed to look weird. It's a possibility you're going to look weird. It's a possibility you're going to look great. It's a possibility that motherfuckers gonna look like they know what the fuck they talking about, even if they accidentally rise above that frequency. If this shit, so let's use this as what people know as a morphogenic grid. Because you got stupid niggas don't know shit. You got morphogenic energy. People don't know shit about this shit. People don't know about your harmonic frequency. People don't know about this shit. But the understanding they do know and the shit they believe in, you will have to damn near understand and know rocket science to even believe and listen to the shit that majority of the people is on. As well as these laws, listen to what I'm saying. The first law in Hermeticism is mentalism. You also have another law that's a part of that seven laws, your correspondence. And to make that sense of this is that every like has a dislike. So nobody would never learn shit if you think that everybody hates you or everybody have to like your ass. So people can believe what the hell they want. It's certain principles and laws that you can't get past. And this is probably why all these other laws was created after this shit. You got 10, 42, 72, all this goddamn shit to obtain by 144, all this shit. All this outside validation to document yourself. The work that you doing cold-heartedly. And I don't want to keep speaking from myself, but utilizing this and seeing even in my own life how it feel as if what the fuck was I doing? No matter what good spot, bad spot I'm in, no matter how many funds or not funds received, there's also the other polarity of this shit is everything that's in the dark will come to light. So in a high frequency understanding, me being able to observe, and the best way I can describe this shit is that what was people doing when nobody was around? What work were you doing? Majority of the people still cater to something that's outside of themselves instead of buckling down and being real with themselves so they can really exist in this world. This is also why the shit gets scary when the government or NASA or whoever say, look up this way, or whoever tells somebody to do something, look up this way, and people get to talking about the shit. But you had ample amount of time to talk about some shit before the masses talk about it. So a spiritual community ain't even the shit to be in. Your spiritual groups ain't even what to be in because these motherfuckers is doing the same shit and relying on the same pattern that they saying they broke out of. When somebody tell your ass to look up, when somebody tell you to look down, when somebody saying this is what's happening, your ass is indulging in this shit. So me as a real person that's doing this shit alone in this matrix, it is lonely. Cause it's not gonna be no physical motherfucker out here kumbaya or fucking understanding. And it's gonna be a bunch of shit before I even go to that one person or find that one person that I can link. Are you okay with that? That you can link with? At the same time, what are people doing? What work are these people doing when they're in the dark, when they by themselves? So you could be in these groups, whatever the shit you need to be doing is finding out what is the truth for your world, what is the truth for yourself, not what's feel comfortable. A lot of elders done already told you that shit. And every time you speak in reference on that, even me, the first thing people will go is that they heard some shit before. And these motherfuckers are still living in a time loop. So all this work, like no 401k, that don't mean quit your job, whatever. I'm talking about whatever you doing, you have a job, whatever you feel like you was the fucking you did all this work for shit. What am I doing this for? It's no outside validations, it's no trophies, it's no outside checks unless you get this shit yourself. You are in the right, all that old world. So you feeling the last residue of the old bullshit. That don't mean you on the wrong shit. That don't mean your world don't exist. That don't mean you need to switch it up. At the end of the day, it's still what you want to believe, but giving you the possibility. Because even for me, as a human, all the shit that I've been through with this shit ain't worth it. This shit is not worth it if you think you finna get some outside validations. This shit ain't worth it if you think somebody finna if somebody but some people will want attention, will go in a fire, knowing they ain't gonna save nobody, but knowing they gonna die as a hero and do that. It's not that. It's that wounded warrior energy, the sacred hero energy. There's nobody coming here to help you. Nobody coming here to save you but yourself. The masses will want and will also say that this is a lonely path because it is. There's nothing physical out here if you didn't create it that's going to rock with you or go against you for you to be whoever you are to go on and live your path and to be in your path and be in your life. Live your life. Pursue the happiness. No outside validations. The true shit about this shit is yes, you will feel lonely physically, but to be real, and people will make this shit sound crazy. You have a whole quantum world that is preschool to the spiritual world that exists, that's really running and governing this matrix on a high frequency. So you have grids, a possibility of yourself that links with this outside matrix as well in a harmonic frequency, if you believe it or not. So when people say this shit will keep going without you, in ignorance, it sounds stupid as fuck. But if you understand and you know what the fuck you doing and practicing what you preach, it will have to be a preaching shit because people will say I sound like a fucking preacher. Well, pay tithes then, niggas. You get what I'm saying? Cash out financial fanatic. Pay tithes, fuck it. But there's no 401k in this shit. What you eat don't make me shit. It's a possibility that this frequency is picking up higher than any fucking thing physical that you can even fucking comprehend. So why wouldn't I lay this data down? It's people that can go hours on hours not talking about shit. You might see that shit on her. Shit. If I want to stream and do some shit. It shouldn't be lonely because you have ancestors. You have a quantum field, like I stated before. Whether you feel it or not, it exists. You have ancestors. Whether you want to believe what you want to believe or what you think you know. So if death is okay, and it's the all of be all okay. But something still exists after that, it's a possibility. So on this path, the truth is you're not gonna have what you want physically. It's gonna always go against you, but you will have ancestors. You will have energy that's there and waiting on you to cater or you being a supreme being. It's going to take failure. It's going to take a roller coaster effect. But the shit don't have to be stupidity, where you keep ignorance, where you oxymoron, automaton, where you keep doing this retardation, which is repetitiveness type of thing, where you keep going into a damn loop. You don't have to keep doing that shit. You don't have to do shit without money. You don't have to go through shit, poor, all this shit. If you think about everything you thinking of, the shit is already programmed before you even thought of anything. The shit was already given to you what the shit is, poor, all of this shit. If you can bypass this matrix, but everybody fans of the matrix, everybody fans of some spiritual shit, man. Whatever you motherfuckers call that shit. The real spiritual shit is just not one polarity. It can't be. The real spiritual shit can't just be a horror film, if that's what you believe in. It can't just be Mother Teresa, Pope John, St. Paul type shit. All somebody you supposed to learn from. You should have, okay, they don't have no morals. Why the fuck is you even allowing that shit? Because obviously it's a reverse form of what's happening with the higher frequency energy. If you coming into anything truly as a high frequency energy, you should feel anything tugging on your ass. So this is why even if somebody is coming up and trying to speak to people, fuck what anybody else saying, because these motherfuckers don't believe in their own shit that they talking about. And if you a young person, if God forbid, if you in school or any type of group, I don't want you to fail or to be left behind and find out nobody don't give a fuck about your ass in the first place. Or you'll be trying to fit in with some motherfuckers. The trend style change and they switch up. Are you a master of the shit that they thought they was on? And it's gonna be a goddamn problem. Stay away from people that's working on their goddamn self. Working on self is life. So if you could imagine a motherfucker literally, listen. I don't know if people understand this, that we are in a life now to where if Michael Jordan, listen to what I'm saying, if Michael Jordan was playing basketball, we are in a time and space. The best way to make sense of this shit, this is how stupid we done became. If Michael Jordan was playing basketball right now, somebody would literally, I believe this shit, somebody will be screaming to when to tell Michael Jordan when to take a fadeaway. We are in that time and space where ignorance is that fucking is that upfront. To me, whatever, so you got people that's good journalists, you got people that's just frequency boosters. You get what I'm saying? Herbalists. Uh, you got People dealing with dietary. Nothing is wrong with that. The problem is that people became experts at everything with the influx of information and whatever you call technology, which is the two same things, just two different polarities. Your morphogenic energy links to a morphogenic grid. The cosmos or the universe or this whatever shit that you talking about will have to link to a harmonic frequency as well. It's a possibility, whatever people think they know, dealing with chemtrails, even with this phenomenon of UFOs, UAPs, that these frequencies and balances is off. All the way down to the music, these frequencies is off. So this form of communication, this harmonic frequency, energy, if these beings was, or if any beings are anything spiritual, anything ancestral that you tapping into, this time and space will have to be the time and space where all this phenomenons, all this information, all of these distractions will have to not be a coinky dink, a coincidence. In this work that you are doing and that we are doing spiritually, my bad, that we are doing spiritually, that people are doing working on themselves, working spiritually, doing astral work. I'm not trying to do nothing. I'm giving you this message that your work is not done, have been done or did for nothing. I had to laugh because going over and analyzing even what the hell I just said, don't feel like I said shit. With all these years, even within myself, and even with me seeing teachers speak, and even with other people or students or teachers that know teachers, or even with their own work, they will always have or be in this position where they feel like if they don't tell you that people are stupid as shit, or even why did I do this work? And they had to come into the position of hope people see that, the love and the work that I'm putting out, the sacrifices that's been made. This shit is getting more realer and realer to where if I was to give a slide, the best way I can say to describe this, if I was to give a slide, I would have to stay on the slide for about, I have to stay on the slide for the whole lecture just to even get a little simple understanding or a little simple point across. You get what I'm saying? This equivalent to even Panic or Bobby Hemmett having lectures, and they will have to build up the energy, which is create a vortex and bringing the spirit in to start. So this equivalent to that type of energy. What I find myself now as is it will have to be referenced, and people will still get bored of that. People still will be like, what is the point? Where is you going to? Let land your plane. Because regardless if you want to admit it or not, you already have your end game where you want somebody to land. You already have your perspective of what somebody is talking about. So without that person, you already shut down your learning process. It don't have shit to do with what's being said or somebody on the outside of you. True psyche work right here. If you think this shit is also bullshit, put yourself in any vulnerable position to see how somebody really is. Put yourself in any vulnerable position and see how somebody proceed on dealing with you or your energy. This is also how you can see who's real in your world or who's useful or who's using you, who's against you, what somebody really like, whatever the understanding is. So for that one person, once again, it's not. I'm. I don't want that one person to go into being a misanthrope, a old motherfucker, or somebody looking at somebody like, yeah, because people is really stupid. You can really listen whatever communities and see who's really doing the work or how they took the work. So rather it's people never did the work far as reading and experimenting themselves, or you will have other side of 50-50, but the other side will be how somebody take what they're reading instead of understanding or finding out the real definition. So that's the same equivalent to somebody reinventing the wheel. So calm down on the arguments. You know, don't argue. You didn't do this work for nothing. You hear me? You didn't do this work for nothing. Keep going. You should be able to see. You should be able to bear witness to everything that's outside of yourself that's needing an outside validation. It may look like somebody never listened to your ass. May look like you don't know somebody acting totally different because they are living in a past world, a past life, an old world that don't no longer exist, no longer serve them, let alone serve you. So instead of me up here being with the cards as well, I will also be start doing the end time right now cards for people. Not for nobody, but to add that to some lectures to see the frequency we going off of. Shit. As well in real time. Let me see. Yeah, as well in real time pulling up the meaning of certain things or certain cards, even if I dabble with that or whatever I dabble with. All ancestors known and unknown, Ashe. All gods and goddesses known and unknown, Ashe. I don't have on my jewelry, whatever the hell, it's all good though. So called crystals, whatever. Don't need copper and dashi. But even if you do have it, it's all good. That's just a part of that's a tool, you know, a add-on on your work. You hear me? It's not supposed to be taken as a suit and a costume. Yo, this vessel is a good enough suit alone. You get what I'm saying? This vessel you in, controlling from a remote view, is a good enough suit of its own. This little information or this little shit, this little lecture that I'm speaking on, or whatever I'm saying right now. What is this nigga getting to? What is the point, King? What is you trying to say? If you really doing the work and did the work, keep going. Now it's not your time to stop, but it's your time to observe what the hell is going on from the work that you already did and with this fucking matrix. So you shouldn't have to keep striving on what this matrix telling you to do. You already did the work. The work you already did, sit and bask in the audience of that and apply that to this matrix. Don't stop nothing. Keep going. Apply that to this matrix. So like even around when you was a little kid, even when I was younger, shit, I see some of the things that I did are possibilities. Like I used to sit my ass around and be like, damn, I don't want to sit here. Friends would get to running off or being disrespectful. Instead of me doing that, I would sit and listen. I can't say that I understood everything at that time, but what I did understand and what I did see at this age now is that I literally analyzed everything. So if somebody was telling me the truth, if somebody was lying, somebody was intoxicated telling the truth, somebody was feeling themselves. So that shit helped me and assisted me on being able to read on a psyche level. Mind you, it had to be a bunch of old people for me growing up, whatever. So instead of me seeing another old person and being like, I already know what they're gonna talk about. Damn, I done heard this before. I probably heard the same thing, but it came from a different person in a different life, living a different life, have different goals. So it meant something different, and it hit me different. So even if these two people said the same thing, I heard something different, seen something different, but I understand that it was coming from the same source. As I got older and understand and balance all this shit that I study, that mathematical equation or data will have to be right. Hearing the same story from a different person with a different outcome and different goals. went at it a different way and will have a different saying to say whatever the hell the case may be, but they all will be coming from the same source. People have too much ego right now, plus the electricity, the solar flares that you're not observing properly, the electromagnetic field that's like they're part of the morphogenic grid, they're part of the morphogenic. It's like a synthetic spiritual form. It's like a synthetic form of tapping in. So with all these things happening, or the possibility, with the possibility of all these things happening, I lost my train of thought. No, okay, it's back. So with all this taking process, if it's easy to be seen, or if it's looking like people are living in loops, it's looking like you are doing the work for nothing. You ever hit in these, got to these points, got to these stages. All this reference or data that I'm getting, not to lose or sound like crazy, whatever, more crazy than what the fuck I'm already am to people. It won't be no outside validation. You hear me? It won't be no outside certificates, nobody patting you on your back but yourself. Majority of people will say that this is a lonely path. Snowing in St. Louis, so I'm a soup. I like soup anyway. Soupiness. Where was I? This is a lonely path physically, but I believe in you and I believe in myself too much. So you should know you're never alone. The fourth dimension, the fifth, and so on is basically catering to you. So if you can override a third dimensional frequency, everything else will be catering to you. This is why you have people that ain't shit you would think have more than your ass. This is why people always be in positions of hearing some shit that they done heard before. But it never will be in a position of relating, being able to relate. Peace, peace. What up? What up? My bad. I ain't even reading the chat. So what's up, y'all? What up? What up? Salute, 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 y'all. What up? What up? My bad. My bad, y'all. I ain't even looking at the damn chats. I don't look at the chats, no disrespect. Keep chatting, whatever. Um, My apologies though. I just got the notification that, whatever the hell, look at the chats. I don't look at the chat. I hope you get this message. It's for that one person as well that's doing the spiritual work or doing their own spiritual work, their own spiritual belief system. Even if you had to pull from whatever the case may be, you want to operate off a higher frequency. Tap into your new mind state, living into your being a supreme being. This is for you, that one person, man. I will be back later on with a lecture. I'll be back later on at 10 o'clock today. I just really wanted to, just make a little statement without it being too extra. But it always gonna be extra because I still feel like I ain't say shit to you motherfuckers. All this judgment shit, all of this shit. So out of all the emails, I done got all this stuff. I'm still showing love. People telling me nobody in the conscious community talking about the shit I said in past lectures. Nobody saying the shit that I'm saying. Instead of that giving me a big head, I'm coming to talk to that one person that if you doing the fucking work, don't stop. This shit is for a reason. Motherfuckers falling off. Motherfuckers ain't by your side. Motherfuckers showing themselves instead of you having a reaction to this shit. Analyze this shit. Observe this. Take this as data. This shit is showing you something opposite than going against you. This shit is removing the old for you to be able to live into the motherfucking new. All you motherfuckers that's going against all, listen, this message is for the dark angels, the wounded warriors. This who this message for, not the motherfuckers that just think they the shit, think they know everything. This message is for the wounded warriors. So the wounded warriors supporting this shit right now and see that how this message had to be protected for all these fucking trolls and fake spiritual motherfuckers. This message is only for the wounded warriors. This message is only for the hero with 1,000 faces. This message is only for the warriors, the heroes, the angels that sacrifice, and nothing in this matrix gave shit to you to show that it's benefiting of your sacrifice. This is for them motherfuckers. And I know y'all see how the message had to be protected. People listening to what I'm saying, even when I do a scheduled lecture where, nose by nose, that get on people's nerves. When I freestyle off this shit, that shit'll get on people's nerves. You get what I'm saying? If you don't say shit soon as you say something, it's gonna get on people's nerves because you operating off a whole different motherfucking frequency. I just got done talking to a bunch of motherfucking idiots. Instead of one person, it's always gonna be that one person. It's always gonna be the few people that's really tapping in and listening. They were understanding, and I bet you they are going to live in a different state of mind and a different state of life. Because it's like you actually really plugging in. You really plugging in when you doing shit like that. You taking those caps off. Just like you taking off the plug protector. You take that off and you really plugging it in. Now your shit really gonna work. You got people still out here motherfucking playing, nigga. You got people still believing they have to fucking move and sweat to really do some shit. The wounded warriors, this is who this message is fucking for. The motherfuckers who kept trying to save people, whatever. Because you got motherfuckers that pray to Jesus, Allah, all this motherfucking shit. And if this shit is fake and if you wasn't God And if you wasn't controlling this shit, then why the hell do it always bring you what you asked for? And your ass never wanted or never satisfied in how it came. That's the fucking truth. You not satisfied. And no matter what God, Allah, whoever the hell bring you, Yahweh, Shah, Yahweh, Buddha, whoever bringing your ass some shit. It's no outside validation. This message is for a wounded warrior, the hated teacher. This message ain't for the motherfuckers who think they heard every motherfucking thing. This is why your ass ain't doing shit right now. Everything is supposed to fall right now if you walk that path, man. Whatever, it ain't got to be no good or bad. But I'm talking about your own goddamn path. If it got to be literal, this shit ain't for you then. You should be able to understand what the hell I'm talking about if you talking about you on some spiritual shit. This third dimension ain't going to give you shit but a trickster type of energy. That's why every time your ass take a step, you get pushed 2 steps back. All these type of motherfucking sayings is because the shit is real, but everybody just regurgitating the shit. It's just muscle memory. Just like an alligator. It's dead for hours, detach that tail for hours, 4 hours, you touch that tail, the nerve's still gonna move. That's all that's happening to you motherfuckers. You already dead having a nerve memory reaction. At the same time, you motherfuckers, my bad for cursing all the time. At the same time, you are not alive, majority of these people. So these conscious people or woke people or egomaniacs will call somebody else an NPC. But you are literally numb and ignorant to the fact. That's okay. That's all it is. This third dimension that you rely on, that you think you got to sweat. You know, people still drinking out of faucet water. So people still fucking thinking if you're not sweating, moving the hell around, you ain't doing shit. That should be easy to be fucking said. If you people want to add emotionalism and a look on spirituality and what the hell is right, then you motherfuckers want to have questions on relationships. So you might as well just say you don't want to hear shit spiritual. You just want to have a dumb conversation. This is for, majority of people. So you even business shit, let alone spiritual shit. This shit is real. It don't stop. How dare you motherfuckers have a look and a way on this shit? But y'all won't stop being full of shit. You motherfuckers ain't never stopped the job. Motherfuckers ain't never stopped a job. Nobody would never believe in no entrepreneurship shit. That don't mean you gotta stop and be homeless and be motherfucking broke. Let alone everybody have emotionalism about how some way supposed to happen. So it's always been judgment, let alone if you are really on your shit, somebody don't believe that you were really on your shit without no outside validation. So this is for them motherfuckers who kept going and you ain't have none of that shit. Because this is what this shit that people talk this spiritual shit about is. It ain't no outside fucking validation. It ain't no look on this shit, man. That's why motherfuckers know everything, can't learn shit. He who know one book knows none. There's no outside validation. So it's uneducated people dealing with knowledge and wisdom, man. And taking knowledge and wisdom from whatever they read because they want a real time shit. So you can hear people talk. Your psyche have to be in tune first before you know anything about chakras. Is it a possibility why the chakra colors look just like your damn psyche colors or psyche wave charts? And it abides by the same frequency and the same colors? I don't want to get too fucking literal, man. That's why you got people going against entrepreneurs, right? See, I'm a dumb nigga, man. I stayed my ass in St. Louis, right? You ain't got to be a dumbass. I ain't even stay around the same people, man. You see what I'm doing? I can say I'm a dumbass doing this shit. No 401k. My stepdad ain't gonna validate this. My father ain't gonna validate. My mother never whoever the fuck. I never had no outside validation on this shit. If I want to be a human and a black man and a regular ego, this shit ain't gonna get you nowhere. But motherfuckers hating, you would say somebody hating or whatever the case may be, or somebody can say you ain't shit because majority of the people are doing the opposite of you. So think about doing all of your motherfucking studies and you're not getting no outside validation in this shit, and you would never get no outside validation in this shit. Would you keep going? I did. That's what people links with money too. Even my ass, motherfuckers would think you a hustler if your ass ain't articulating or talking shit. Then they'll think you a weirdo. They'll think they can fuck your bitch. They'll think you ain't got a bitch. They'll think you're a homo if you ain't a homo. They'll think you soft if you is a homo. I don't know what the fuck. It's just all types of judgment in this motherfucker. So in this matrix, it's nothing in this hell hole to cater to you. Rather, if you right or wrong. What have you been doing when nobody is around? What have you been doing when it's dark time or nighttime? What have you been fucking doing? This is why I had to, if you rewind this shit and hear how long I had to even come into this, because this shit will always be protected what I'm fucking doing. So God bless, or whoever you believe in, bless the motherfuckers that go against your ass or me. And you always operating fuck a high frequency dealing with ego. You're never judging or interfering in nobody's life, but you know goddamn well who you are, and you finishing your shit that's coming in front of you, then you are okay. This is for the wounded warrior, the wounded god, the wounded goddess that was able to balance the feminine and the masculine aspect to proceed and to live without acclimating this fucking illusion. Because that's all people do. Because what are you doing if you're not learning and taking notes, if you catered in a group and you just hearing somebody talk? And until then, until something replaced that time, them motherfuckers ain't going to see you no more, and you won't see them. So whether it's dick in the ass or dick in the mouth that's going to take up that time, it's going to be something more powerful and more prolific than that shit. So people are literally being in comfortable positions that they written out for their own fucking self. They will say this shit. So these people are delusional even when they realize what they're not saying, realizing they ain't writing their own shit. Then you really do have stupid motherfuckers, and as myself, that think that people are got hearts like you, or no hearts like you, or asshole like you, or loving like you, or just like you. You have to remember, if you started within your own self, then that's what it always will be. The physical form is that somebody didn't study and somebody is lying, or somebody talking surface level and regurgitate some shit that they never did and making you do some shit. Because yeah, it's physically lonely, but it's not lonely. Because this shit bow down to you and it show the truth of people. So if people able to live their life carrying lies and a falsehood, false characteristics, so fucking be it. All you have to do is put yourself in a vulnerable position. Some ignorant people be like, act like you broke. You don't even have to do that shit. Put yourself, the more challenging thing is to operate out of innocence in your heart. This matrix just have polarities. So you will have to probably be vulnerable and humble to see somebody true self instead of allowing yourself to go from here to at the bottom. Or you starting to rise up and the motherfucker be like, I remember when you ain't shit. It's up to you, whatever the fuck you want to do. But let me tell you this. You build anything in a catalytic system, your shit is going to be catalytic as well. So if it's a system that's built to fall and you building some shit in this shit, your shit gonna fall too. Like one of the only reasons I put the chats and comments up is so, if anybody be able to reach out or, whatever the hell, it'd be so much shit. People be faking like you, all types of shit. Niggas will have you, niggas will want to, instead of being you, they say they the shit and say you ain't shit, but niggas will be you in real time on platforms and dating profiles. They'll be being you. Even females, y'all know this. Everybody know this. What is catfishing? The problem is nobody never go to the person that's being catfished. Fuck the people that's being catfished. I'm talking about the person who photo these motherfuckers is using. They always go to the motherfucker who's using the photo. This think about this. This is exactly how ignorance is in these majority of these damn zombies out in this motherfucker. You know goddamn well you catfish, but we gonna handle the problem of the person that's doing the energy, let alone you're not doing the whole shit. If you was, let's go with the people who photos is being used. This shit only got, even on the actual show, it only happened about 2 damn times with the motherfucker who actually did the show and somebody else on the motherfucker to lure you in into the damn social psychopaths of America. Nigga, you got niggas flipping burgers and having time to be streaming, nigga. I do this shit in real time and don't be having to. This shit ain't for shit talking to nobody on some damn internet. I'm thinking I'm talking to some people. You motherfuckers is crazy as shit. This is just data, nigga. This is data, nigga. This shit is about you. If you did the work, then it's really about you right now. Have a feel that. I'm King Dene. Only thing I'm a master of is frequency, energy, and vibration. I'm a student of eschatology, end time eschatology, phenomenology, occultism, and metaphysics. I love your higher self. I don't know nobody physically. I don't know no shit bodies physically. I know. I'm saying I love what you are on a higher frequency. I love your soul. I love what's in you. The wounded warriors, warettes, kings, queens. Without the English text, it's like you a slut or a whore slanging dick or slanging pussy. I'm talking about high vibrational people. Keep you. This shit is here. Listen to what I'm saying. When this time in real time, this live finna get uploaded because my shit be getting flagged. But still, what's this day? This is December the 1st. So when daylight go down, watch the magic happens. And this ain't just for one, this is for the masses who really did the work. Watch the magic happen of all the work that you put out is showing itself. And also believe in miracles. All family members known and unknown, I shaded them. All ancestors known and unknown, I shaded them. All gods and goddesses known and unknown, I shade to them. So I'll be back on too later on. Let's see the magic happen. This for the wounded gods and goddesses, wounded warriors and warheads. Don't give up. December the 1st is when this shit was recorded. Watch this shit happens for your benefit, for your embetterment, if that's a damn word. All the work that you did, it wasn't done for nothing. All the sacrifices, it wasn't done for nothing. This is in real time, starting December the 1st. And so as soon as I press this ending of anybody that ever really believed in themselves, let alone supported anything high frequency, you gonna bear witness to this. All love. Keep doing the work. I'll see you later on tonight, and I'll also tap in on Facebook. King Ladene Swan on Facebook. King Ladene on anything you can find, whatever the hell to find me. All love. Keep up the good work. Do not stop, y'all. I'll see you in a minute. All love.